Namu Myoho Renge Kyo. Namu Myoho Renge Kyo. Namu Myoho Renge Kyo. Hello everyone, Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. Thank you for being here. I hope this finds you in good health. What the heck is a Bodhisattva? Do you have to wear robes and walk the street humbly, grubbing for, or not grubbing, but what do they call it? Looking for alms, looking for gifts of rice or money or anything in your begging bowl. Begging was the word I was looking for. Traditionally, that was a position of great honor. Today, not so much. No, that is not a bodhisattva. Bodhisattva, again, is a life condition, is a life state. It's a mental state. And that's the most important thing to remember. Bodhisattva is all about attitude and intent. And it's not strictly Buddhist, although Buddhism labels it as Bodhisattva. But we all have heard stories of people in danger who've been rescued by a total stranger, right? You see something wrong happening in front of you and you intervene for what is upholding of humanity in the situation, whether it's a fight or burning building or an accident or whatever. That person or persons that intervene in order to rescue the weak or stave off the strong, that intent, that attitude, that's bodhisattva. Now, if it leads to another fight, that's not bodhisattva. Bodhisattva is not a warring attitude. It's a rescuing attitude to lift the situation to a higher humanity, a higher level, a higher consciousness. So that happens all over in society. Of course, we don't hear that much about it in our present day media, which is incredibly sad. But you've all seen the videos on social media of the guy who rescues an animal stuck in a net or in a fence. Less often do we see it, a human saving or rescuing another human. That's profoundly sad. But this is Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva is not a rescuer, but Bodhisattva seeks to uphold the dignity of life in all situations. That's a bodhisattva. And, being as we're talking Buddhism here, what could be the highest life potential of humanity outside of making other bodhisattvas, making realization of Buddhahood available to lift people out of their 6 lower worlds, or their trap in the learning and realization of the 6 lower worlds, to unstuck them. Do you see the attitude in that? The compassionate attitude, the intent to lift, raise, better, improve. Give them the tools to help themselves. Remember, give a fish to a man, for you feed him for a day, teach him how to fish, help him for life. Right? Lift someone out of a bad situation and then walk away, you've done a good deed. Lift them out of a bad situation and then tell them how they can improve their life to lift themselves out of bad situations. Guide them toward Daimoku, toward the Buddha's teachings, toward achieving their own Bodhisattva nature, to enlighten their mental Buddha-ness while in samsara. That's a much greater cause. But then to be there to answer questions and raise them up, that takes a lot of effort. That is the Bodhisattva way. That is what attains the Buddha for the Bodhisattva, as well as the Buddha for the ones for whom the Bodhisattva's compassion is directed. It all works together. Because ultimately we are all the same thing, the same karma. We're just slightly different variations of it. And so if I look upon you as myself, and I look upon you as excelling myself, this is the Bodhisattva attitude. My Bodhisattva intent is that you attain Buddhahood. And by doing so, you show me the way. That's a whole different way of looking at humanity, at life, at samsara. Samsara then becomes a mud puddle through which to navigate to a nice warm shower in a beautiful place. Not an actual place, right? The Buddha land is this land. It's just a shift of perspective, of deep appreciation, of compassion, of awe. So a bodhisattva is the instantiation of Buddha. But we don't call ourselves Buddha because we understand Buddha is an enlightenment, a mind state, a condition of awareness, an attitude, an intent, which can only be embodied in a bodhisattva, a human being. Being. We are trying to be a human being bodhisattva. Let's finish that sentence. I'm a human being bodhisattva. That's my goal. Without the third word, I'm a human being, okay, I'm in samsara. I'm a human being. Being what? Human? 6 worlds. Maybe 8. Then I'm not a human being, I'm a politician being. You see what I'm saying? Bodhisattva. You really can't separate Bodhisattva from Buddha, can you? Because a Bodhisattva is you and I attaining our Buddha mind, Buddha-ness. And that's what Buddha is, the mind. The mind of compassion, love, understanding, dignity. Not arrogance, not identified, not a gold star, not 1,000 of them, not worldly. Dignity. Dignity. This is why precious gems were used in ancient times to refer to Buddha, the golden Buddha, the jewel, right? To somehow express the beauty, the perfection, the lightness of being that is Buddha. But Buddha is instantiated as Bodhisattva. We take our Bodhisattva potential and we direct it to its ultimate dignity, Buddha-ness. Hi. I thank you for participating in these videos. Next up, we'll talk about the 3,000 realms and the foundations of that thinking, which includes these 10 worlds, which are in all of the 10, which renders 100 life states in every single moment of life, multiplied by the 3 realms of life and the 10 factors. And we'll get into that in the 3,000 realms. Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. Like, subscribe. What's the other one? Share. There's some Bodhisattva word. Let's grow this Sangha. You guys deserve it. The support that we're getting from our patrons on Patreon and outside of Patreon, and you watching these videos, downloading the podcasts. Awesome, courageous, brave practice. So proud of all of you. It's amazing. Namo Myoho Renge Kyo. I'll see you soon in the next one. Bye for now.